because I'm kind of teetering between these two sides. So, whoever's right, maybe I don't have enough faith in either one, and I'm kind of in limbo now. So I started fasting a lot, praying a lot more. I kind of pretty much messed up that semester of school. I didn't really go to class and dropped my classes for that semester, which I don't recommend anyone doing. But I kind of just did that and started studying more, and I got very distressed because I think in my heart I knew Islam was the truth, but I had to leave things. My family, what would they say? My job is with the church. That's how I make a living. People who depend on me, who I do Bible studies for. I was missing the Bible studies now because I'm like, who am I to give a Bible study? And other things were kind of just all coming upon me at once. So I was fasting a lot, but then I decided, I'm going to stop fasting. I'm just going to take a break, and I'm not going to talk to people. But of course, the question never left my head. And so I started saying, okay, you know what? I'm going to count the costs. I'm going to make a list. If I were to become a Muslim, what are the pros and what are the cons? And I had a lot of cons. To be honest, I had a lot of things, like I said, my family, my friends, my job, the people I live with, and so forth. And then I kind of looked at it, and I thought to myself, what am I doing? Because at that point, I think it was the first time I looked at it, I was honest with myself. I know Islam is the truth. So why am I saying all this stuff? Oh, this is going to be hard. I say I want to be a good person. I want to lead people to the right path. And then in my own life, I'm not trying to go the right path. I'm trying to see which way is easier. And I kind of felt very bad. And so I called a friend of mine who had been challenging me and more about becoming Muslim. And we met them at the cafeteria at my school. And, right away they wanted to debate a little bit, because that's kind of the way our friendship had come. So they were ready, and they hadn't seen me in a while. They didn't know where I was. So they did notice I got a little bit skinnier, but they said, okay, this, and I didn't really say anything, and I just smiled, and I said, you're right. And then, so they were like, what do you mean? And I said, I believe that, there's only one God, which I've always believed, and I believe that Muhammad was a prophet, and I believe he was the last prophet. And they were blown away, and they weren't expecting that. So I realized, after I'd been studying Islam, I never studied how to become a Muslim. I was like, I know I got baptized in the church. How do I become a Muslim? And they were like, I think you did it, but they said, okay, repeat after me. And they said, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. And so I said, okay, and I did my best to repeat that. They said, okay, now English. It says, I bear witness that there's nothing worthy of worship except Allah, and I bear witness that Muhammad is his servant and final messenger. So I repeated that, and they're like, that's all you had to do. And I was shocked that it would be that simple, but it is that simple, and that's how I became a Muslim. Like I said, I hope this was beneficial if you listened. If you are maybe thinking about becoming a Muslim, you don't have to go through a lot of things that I went through. You're not going to see an epiphany or a big sign. They don't come that way. But a lot of times, if you get rid of some of the pride you have and you start thinking, all you have to do is you have to bear witness that there's nothing worthy of worship but God, and that Muhammad is his final messenger. And I hope you make that decision. If not, I'm going to try to make a little YouTube channel here, and you have any questions, I'll do the best I can to answer, and if I can't, I'll try to find the answer for you. But yeah, that's my story, and I hope you found it beneficial. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you, and have a great day.